Hello humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer. How big is your backlog? How big is it? And let me ask you, how many platforms do you game in? You know, we're having a conversation, about platforms, how many platforms we game on. And, I was thinking for myself, okay, well, I play on Atari, I play PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, right? And I play my computer, right? That's 5 PC. And when I started thinking about that and how little time I have to game now, right, as opposed to when I was single and wasn't married, didn't have a family, my time's greatly reduced. And when I thought of my backlog, oh my Lord, I just kind of like, I just had to do a double take with my time management. Guys, if I tell you that I had more than 500 games, physical games, on my backlog, I'm not lying to you. That is the truth. It's more than 500. How many exactly? I have no idea. I have been game hoarding forever, right? So there's plenty of games that I bought and I said, oh, I'm going to play this, and I never did, right? And that's for many platforms, whether it's a PS2, a PS1, Nintendo. Holy crap. And I'm just talking about physical games, right? I'm not even talking about the crap load of impulse buys on Steam that I have, that huge library that I never touch. And all of a sudden I started getting a little anxious because, as I told you before, I think this is for me the last generation that I'm going to actively game. I think everything that I'm going to do from now on, probably except for Atari, which is more of a retro company, I think, that's pretty much going to be it for me, right? Like, I have enough games to play for a lifetime. I really do. And just thinking about all the stuff that I have that I bought with a purpose of playing that I haven't been able to play, if I never play them, I just become another shelf collector, right? I'm actively trying to play the games that I have. But at this point, it's too many, right? Once it gets into, once you get over 500 games that you actually own physically and you haven't played, I mean, you have to do something or you just wasted your money, right? And I really did want to play those games at the time, but, work gets in the way, life gets in the way, different situations and what have you. And a lot of it was impulse buys. Like, I want to play this, I want to do this, and then you set it aside, and then there it sits and you never play it. So I really want to go back, and work on my backlog this year. I want to actively do that, and finish enjoying all the games that I set out to play instead of concentrating on the latest and greatest thing. There are a few games that I look forward to playing this year. There's a couple. I want to make a separate video for 2025 because I think these games are standouts for people of my generation, right? They're not for everybody, but there's a few games that I think that are going to come out that I feel I should play and enjoy, this year. But for the most part, I want to concentrate my efforts on my backlog. I want to concentrate on winning down, what I'm playing, because when it comes to the cell phone, for example, I do play some console games on the backbone, right? Through the Game Pass, cloud gaming. I continue games that way. But most of the mobile gaming, tablet gaming is for my grandkids. When they come over, they want to play Fortnite, they want to play Minecraft, they want to play Roblox. I mean, they're always on that thing. I have that exclusively for them. I hardly ever touch that unless I'm playing with them, right? And I have enough of my own, right? And I'm not even, I didn't, do you count the arcades, the arcade one-ups, right, that you buy and that kind of stuff? Do you count that in? No, I mean, I don't, but I like playing those too, right? I like playing the MAME and the sticks and all that stuff, and I think I have enough, right, on my plate that I want to do justice. I think there's such a thing as not having enough time to play all the games you own, right? And I really you know, do not want to sell my collection. You know, I don't want to touch it. It's a one thing that is a constant for me. It's a one thing that's a therapy for me. You know, when I get away from the stress, just sit in my game room around all my games. I chillax, play a little games, you know, and I figure it out from there. But, you know, just thinking about the amount of games that I haven't played is, you know, just in all honesty, it causes a little anxiety in me. Am I going to get to play them? Right? Because we are getting older. We have friends going by the wayside now. Right? We are the seniors, right? We are the senior class now. I mean, there's people that are older than me, of course, that still game. But, you know, Generation X is just below that, right? Just below that. I started with the original Atari, and I still have those games. I have a love for Pitfall, as I do for Death Stranding, right? And everything in between. There's so many games that I've set out to play that I haven't been able to finish. Some I want to finish, some I want to touch. But I don't think I can handle that many platforms anymore in my life, and I think that's okay to say. I think this conversation that I had really allowed me to explore that space, right? And just say, you know what? I can't. You know, I can't have mobile games. You know, this stuff is going to have to be for my kids. I don't have enough time for a new console. I don't have time for the PS6. You know, I don't have time for the next iteration of Xbox. You know, and you know, I just have to be okay with that. And that probably is the hardest part, because gaming has been, you know, a big part of my life ever since I was a kid, ever since I was 12 years old, right? And I've always been able to compartmentalize it. It's always been there for me, right? But it's never gotten this big. I never thought in, you know, when I was a kid that I was going to have thousands of games, right? I never thought that I was going to have hundreds and hundreds of games that I haven't played, that I'm just, you know, have in storage. I mean, my game collection is insured, and I have it in storage on top of that, because not all of them fit in the house, right? That's how big it is. So I really, really want to button that up in 2025. I think that's going to be my New Year's resolution, and just cut down the number of platforms that I'm gaming in. All right, guys, that's just a little insight of what I'm going through right now. When I get back to the States, that's something that I'm going to work on. I wish you all a very, very happy 2025 so far. I hope you had a great weekend. It's Sunday evening over here, 5 p.m. I post these videos at, you know, whenever I record them as I'm walking around. You know, and I don't know what time they show up in the U.S. I know it's probably not the best time to to upload videos, right? It doesn't catch the algorithm, but I hope you enjoy them and they give you something to think about. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Take care.